Yo, what is up? How are you guys doing? Miten menee? Poyu, JS, JF, Lorelei. Good to see you all here in chat, speaking the Finnish language, which I speak fluently. Sujuvaa, thank you very much. Kiitos paljon. But yeah. By the way, thank you for giving me some ideas in the Discord on your favorite moments from stream. Because I'm writing an article about, language learning. This is Finland is having, like, next month, April is like learning Finnish is like their theme for whatever, for the calendar. And so I was asked to write an article on kind of what I've learned doing live streaming with you. And I'm just having some, I was just having some fun with the article. And so I tried to make it helpful, but also including some silly examples. So like, I included the example where I didn't recognize the name of my own home country. But in my defense, it was Amerikka. Okay, I don't see this Yhdysvallat nonsense. All right, I saw that, and then I panicked, and my brain went for Switzerland because I was actually trying to think of Austria, which is Itävalta. It all happened so fast. Okay, if you're looking for logic, it doesn't exist. All right, I was just guessing, and you guys all. I don't know. I think one person in chat like spat out their coffee while they were watching stream when I made that mistake. It was a good time. But so anyways, I was just saying thank you for reminding me of that and not letting me live it down. But we'll see. The article, it's not going to come out till April. And it's going to get edited, so I can't guarantee that is going to be in there, but I think it will make it in. Let's see. Let me see if I can translate a few of the sentences that you guys have given me so kindly. Siitäpä sitä te hauttumassa, jotta sitten kohta pannukakun kanssa juotavaksi. I only understood pancake. All right. Something about with a pancake. I don't know. You're hautumassa. What is that? Hautumassa. All right, JS, let's figure out what did you have to say here? That's it. Siitäpä sitä. Te hautumassa. Let it brew. So that you can drink it with pancakes soon? What? I don't know. Is it about you're brewing tea? Is that what you're doing right now? You're brewing tea so that you can have it with pancakes? I don't know. Hey, and didn't we already pass Shrove Tuesday, Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras? Wasn't that the last time to have pancakes? But okay, anyways, JF. Ilta taas ulkoilemassa. Alkaa keli mukavasti lämmetä ja on vielä vähän valoisakin. Oh, this is advanced Finnish. But basically you said evening. Again, outside. Like you're in the outdoors, maybe. It's beginning. Oh, Kelly. I should know Kelly. Does that mean like the condition? Like the conditions. Again, the conditions are nice, are warm. It's warming up. It's warming up nicely. And it is still a little bright. Valoisakin? I actually went outside. I did a walk before stream. I just looked out the window and I saw it was such a beautiful sunset. And I'm like, I should just go for a little walk. And I did. I did. Yes, and I've had awkward moments walking past people. You know when you're just in a mood not to make eye contact with people, but you also feel like it's almost rude to like just not even acknowledge them a little bit? Like there's a sort of obligatory you got to do that eye glance as you're walking past, you know, in case you catch glances, and then it's like super awkward. I'm not good at social stuff, okay? That's why I came to Finland, where I met my peers, my socially awkward peers. But yeah. Anyways, okay, wait. Well, let me translate this. JF. Good evening. Going outside again. The weather is starting to warm up nicely, and it's still a bit bright. I think I got pretty close. I think I pretty much got that translation. And Lorelai, what do you have to say? Moi, oli tarkoitus kirjoittaa essestä. Onnistuin lataamaan uuden pelin puhelimeen. Kirjoitin vain puoli tuntia. Pahuksen dopamiinikoneet. Sain tiskit pestyä. This is a longer one, but you're basically saying, let me try to see what I can do here. Hello. Tarkoitus. What do I think that means, like important or necessary? Something about it was necessary to write essestä. I don't know what that is. From something, maybe? I don't know. Maybe you're writing an essay. Are you writing a school essay, maybe? I don't know. Onnistuin, like fortunately, latamaan. We charge? Does that mean to charge or to upload? New uuden pelin puhelimen. Something about a new game phone? A new game. Do you have a phone to play video games on? Like people get a gaming PC, but you get a pelin puhelimen. Kirjoitin vain puoli tuntia. I wrote only half an hour. Pahuksen dopamiinikoneet. Something about dopamine machines? What? I don't know what pahuksen is. Pahus. Sign. I got tiskit pestyä. Oh, I got the dishes washed? I am so lost. But I'm going to try and fill in the gaps that maybe you had a rush of dopamine, so it made you productive? Like, and you wrote a paper in 30 minutes and then also got the dishes washed. How about something like that? That's my best guess. I was going to write about an essay. I managed to download a new game to my phone. Ah, okay. Yeah, I should have done more thorough investigative journalistic reporting here. These are different cases, right? Pelin is game in the genitive, so you downloaded the game. Like, I say genitive, but I guess it's accusative. It has the same form as the genitive with the the N. But I mistranslated it as a gaming phone. And this is the phone, puhelin, but it becomes puhelimen when it's like to the phone. So you downloaded the game, direct object, to the phone. And then I only wrote for half an hour. So yeah, you were going to write an essay. And I guess not about an essay, because that would be different. Unless you were doing I don't know, unless you read an essay and your job was to write an essay about the essay. I don't know. But I only wrote for half an hour. I got that. Damn dopamine machines. What? Pahuksen. It just means like damn. I've darned. Blooming. What? Oh, and hey Perks, what's up? Welcome in. How are you? But anyways, oh, in the game it was Screwdom 3D on Pelly. On game. Oh, not on. I read on as English. I was like, it's on the game. But I'm like, no, it is the game. But yeah. Yeah. Did you mention Fork and Magpie in the article? I thought about it, JF, but I didn't have as many opportunities to work in all of those details. So I didn't write it in that version. I really struggled with this article because, first of all, like, I'm trying to do a lot in the article, and it's only supposed to be like 700 words, but I'm like trying to maybe talk a little bit about the Finnish language while also giving advice for people learning language, and maybe in connecting that advice to the live stream. Like, what have I learned from live streaming? And so I put some lessons, and I try to use the live stream to illustrate it, while I don't want the article to just feel like it's a advice article. You know, I want it to still be kind of funny, but I don't want it to be funny in a way that perpetuates the stereotype that Finnish is too difficult to learn. Even if that's kind of true in my case. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I mean, it's a learning a language, and it wouldn't. I don't know if it would really make sense to put that in the on the Finland.fi website, right? Like, they're not. It's not really their mission to perpetuate that stereotype. Like, it's hard learning any language, but yeah, Finnish has its quirks. The important thing is just to be consistent and build a community. That was one of my ideas. I think, if I remember, my advice was, number one, speak first, panic later. So just start talking. And I gave the example of how I would set a timer. My number one piece of advice is also my most neglected piece of advice. I don't do this anymore. But at the time, it made a really big difference in helping me get past my fear of being perceived as a bad Finnish learner, you know? And then it also helped to reinforce the language. Like, very, you know, like when you're really forcing yourself to create sentences, you learn very quickly. And then another piece of advice was about learning is best done in company. So I was like, you guys have been so much fun. and that makes it more fun, and makes it also more of a cultural exchange as well. So it's not just like, language learning isn't just about the nuts and bolts of vocab and grammar. Even if a computer can do it that way, you know, with these AI language models, but like, as a human, it's so sad to learn a language that way. So like, the more that you can make the language social, the easier it becomes to stay consistent and motivated. And I guess that was my third piece of advice, which was, make it part of your routine, not something that you do in grand fits of inspiration, right? So yeah, something like that. And yeah, obviously having the live stream every Tuesday is such a good, I want to say milestone. It's not a milestone, but what is it? A waypoint. It's a recurring weekly activity that we do that I do every week, no matter how tired I feel or unmotivated. I just show up and you know, and also it's sort of like, once you start doing something, it's a lot easier. In my brain, it is so difficult to start something. But once I get going, I feel kind of silly that I was ever hesitant and dragging my feet to begin with. And so, yeah, having routines is like so important, and not just for learning a language, but anything in life, whether it's like just being healthy, like exercise, eating well, sleeping well, and I don't know, if you're like learning new skills, if you want to learn to make art, and I don't know. I mean, I do know. That's why I wrote an article about it. But yeah, it's going to be a little while before it goes up. So I'll post whenever it does. I actually have some other articles in the pipeline with the same website. So I don't know which one's going to go first. But I'll update you guys. I've been enjoying writing these articles. It's in a weird way, and maybe it's not weird, but in a refreshing way, it has sort of reignited a spark that I have for sharing my love for Finland and being more open about it. And like I don't know if I mentioned on last week's stream, but I think I want to start making videos again. And I guess I've also been sitting with this feeling because I don't want to like start making videos and like over promise and then suddenly realize, no, I didn't really want to do that. So I've been sitting with it, the feeling, and I've had it for a while that I'm like, it'll be 9 years since my first video. 2016, it was the end of March. I think it was March 30th. I uploaded my first freaking vlog. And I don't know, it could be kind of fun to get back into making some videos about Finland and just having fun, not taking things too seriously. I think I could do some things better. Like I could take some things a little more seriously. like maybe planning a little bit more if I want to make a video that's like talking about Finnish education or I don't know, the differences between America and Finland. But I don't know, it could be fun to just start making some silly vlogs and go dance in the forest again. Would you guys like that? What do you think? Let it brew, lol. And JS, you made pancakes yesterday. You made pancake singular yesterday, a full-size oven thing. Oh yes, that's so weird. Like, in a weird way, it's kind of it feels like that meme where it's like, oh, I want pancakes from Denny's, and they're like, oh, we got pancakes at home, and then it shows the image of Denny's and this beautiful stack of pancakes, American pancakes, and then it shows the Finnish pancake that's in like this weird like oven tray. Hey, no hate. I'm really not hating on the Finnish pancakes. Like, if you make it that way, I think I've had it that way, and it tastes good. Like, it's fine. It's a pancake. But, dude, I love my American pancakes, all right? I like a big, fluffy pancake. That's what it's about. Hey, man guy and DV, welcome in. How are you guys? You had a midday walk today, JS? What's it? Oh, an ADHD trap. That game, Screwdom 3D. Yeah. I don't often get like addicted to games, though I do love that feeling of starting a game and just like getting sucked in, but not like in a addicted way. It's a different thing. Like I feel like Instagram is kind of addictive, like the reels. Like it's basically like TikTok. I don't have TikTok, but I assume it's the algorithm that kind of traps you in this doom scroll where you just don't want to stop, even though you do want to stop. And it's unhealthy. And so I have to limit Instagram. I've already told you guys this, but like I don't really check Instagram because it's just like, and the stuff that it shows me is like so awful. I don't know what the algorithm, see, the problem is the algorithm has figured out that if it shows me a video of like a car wreck or a plane crash, and it's really tragic, like people actually have died in these, like these are videos of, real tragedies. But of course it's not like, you don't actually see anything technically against the terms of service. But then I'm like, wait, what happened? So I pull up the comments and I'm trying to find out. I'm like, wait, when did this happen? What? And then, of course, the algorithm is like, oh, this is what Tyler wants. So now I can't even open Instagram without it showing me, like, reminding me that life is fragile. And some people are just super unlucky, in those situations. But I don't know. I feel like everyone is having, like, such a weird, fragmented experience on social media with the way the algorithms are run. But I am not enjoying whatever it's feeding me. Oh, also it goes through phases. Like Now I open it up and it's all pimple popping videos. It's like, look, and I am not to be blamed for this. All right. Like there are sometimes videos where just like, oh, what is that? And you watch because you're curious and it's gross. And then the algorithm is like, oh, we see that you were enticed. You didn't scroll away quick enough. Now we're gonna start popping. We're gonna pop those pimples for you. What? Okay. Anyways, yeah, the do as I say, not as I do thing. Exactly. I mean, if I could follow my own advice perfectly, I would be much better at things. Oh, Perks, you just wrote this long sentence with it's like a tongue twister. I can't even try. I'll read the first sentence. Poliisi pula, poliisi valtiossa, poikki pulmia, poliisi päällikölle. Well, yeah, there you go. Can't wait for more videos, DV. Thanks. Yeah, look, I don't want to promise anything, but I thought I would mention it because the more that I like talk about things, I guess, the more real it becomes and the easier it is for me to like, I don't know, just start doing stuff without overthinking it. I'm not an overthinker, but I'm kind of if I'm kind of an overthinker. I don't like the word overthinking, but I sometimes think in such a way that I don't end up doing things that could be good. You know? Sometimes I'm a little too, I don't know, hesitant or timid in some ways. But I mean, I don't blame myself. I'm not beating myself up for that. It tastes excellent, the pancake, as it has melted butter in it. Look, the American pancakes, it's all about having the palate, right? The palate for you to dump all the stuff you want on it, all the syrup. You started your washing machine feeling like less a failure today, Lorelai. Hey, count the small victories. All right, you're doing stuff. All right, you're making it one step at a time. You're not playing games that have those one more round / run. JS, sometimes I do play games like that. Like, I would say in some ways, Stardew is kind of that game where you just think, oh, I could play one more day in Stardew. But Stardew is, I think, fundamentally more respectful of you as a person and of your brain. But yeah, no, I don't often get. I think another game that is that has a very good start is Dave the Diver. I haven't played that on stream, and partly because like the game kind of annoys me with certain things. Like, yeah, but the beginning of the game is so addicting. The way that the game like introduces you to the concept of diving and catching fish and running the sushi restaurant and upgrading your equipment so you can dive deeper. So it constantly feels like every time you go in the water, there's something new to discover. And also you're thinking like, oh, I know that I've got a good recipe for this fish. So I'm going to go and I'm going to catch a bunch of that one fish and I'm going to upgrade the recipe so I can sell it for more at the restaurant, you know, to make more money to invest in my gear. Like it has this really satisfying game loop. But it does slow down quite a bit. And I think the game kind of, I don't like it when games force like cutscenes and like that the game does that quite a lot, but that's my personal preference. I just dancing in the forest perks. Yes, please, you say. Start watching some happy videos. Wait, what do you mean? Should I start watching happy videos or you? Or maybe all of us? Mistake with engaging with the video. Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah, sorry, to fix my algorithm, Lorelai, is what you were saying earlier in JS. I didn't mean to engage. I didn't comment or I didn't like the video. But I was just trying to figure out what happened, you know? It's so bad. Our brains are too precious to be polluted like that, you know? You have to maybe once in 2 months go through your real suggestions and tag the ones that you're not interested. Yeah. I just go cold turkey basically. Because sometimes I'll open it and I'll look and I'm like, yeah, no. Even videos that are kind of like fine, you know, like people are just making funny skits. I'm just sort of like, you know, like, okay, like, hey, I have other stuff in life I want to do. It learns for the next few months, but starts to tout some pimple popping and dislocated joints again. Wait, I have not gotten dislocated joints, DV. But I'm getting this one. It's a barber, and the barber has hair in his finger, like splinters. Hair splinters in between his fingers, like in the webbing between his fingers. And he's pulling it out, and it's like there's like a hole between his fingers where the hair just gets stuck. And it's not like a splinter that's bleeding. Like, it's almost like the hole has been there and it just gets packed with hair. And you know, and I'm just like, and it's like, it's so like gross and satisfying the way that he pulls the hair out of it. But yeah, no, it's weird. I don't like that I enjoy it. And I don't like that I enjoy that I don't enjoy it. How is it that I okay, look. Yeah, let's not engage. Let's not engage with that content. Yeah, the first problem is having it installed in the first place. Yeah. You get cat's crochet and ADHD/autism on your feed, Lorelei. That sounds like a much healthier feed. Yeah, you just do strawberry jam on the pancake, JS. Yeah, it's like syrup is more of an American thing, all right? We like to have our sugar in the most guzzleable form, okay? We need to be able to drink it. Yours is Hyraxes at the moment. What is Hyraxes? That sounds like a name of a dragon on Game of Thrones. And by the way, I've really been enjoying re-listening, or well, I guess listening for the first time to the audiobooks of the Song of Ice and Fire series. I've read them years ago, but it's really nice to go back into that world. And I've been watching some of the like season 1. And yeah, I've been enjoying those. Watching the show over again is kind of fun. So, and the weird rural Chinese 80s guy. I don't know about that one. I don't know. But I do know there are some white guys that are doing a comedy satire of those street vendor cooking videos from India. But it's just like white guys outside, like with a table, and they're just, you know, it's like the street vendor videos from India are so disgusting because it's like there's like no sanitation involved, you know, like. And that's what those videos became really popular because people were like, oh my God, it's so gross the way that, like, you know, it's just, I'm not going to go into detail, but it's like, I would not want to eat from one of those street vendors. And so, I don't know, it's funny to see some people doing a satire of it because of course they go over the top with how silly and how they prepare the food in just the most ridiculous ways. But anyways, I don't think I did a good job of selling that, but I did enjoy it. Do a vlog in the beer tram. Perks, that's a good idea. I actually like the beer tram and I recommend it. The trams are like my favorite thing about Helsinki. I mean, I guess there are other things I would prefer to have over trams in terms of like quality of life, you know, like having social services and stuff like that, I guess is important. But like the trams are so cool, and the tram museum is the underrated gem of all the museums in Helsinki. It's free, and I've already talked about it. Didn't I talk about it last week? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna shut up. I have a bad memory, and I will just repeat the same story over and over. Like, I'm a dad, but I have dad brain without even having had kids. In JSU started Dave the Diver, but didn't get very far. Dredge is much nicer, as it has just fishing loop. Yeah, I got Dredge on sale, but I just haven't gotten around to playing it. I've heard it's really good. Yeah, Dave the Diver really hooked me, and I enjoyed it, but yeah, I didn't like all the mini games, and then as I said, I don't like it when the game like forces you to do these long cutscenes. And unlike, because I'm used to Stardew, where like you end the day, you go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, and you exit the game. You can exit the game before you check the mail. But in Dave the Diver, you can't exit the game after you end the day. You end the day, the game automatically loads a cutscene for you for the next day. And sometimes the cutscene requires you to go on a mission. And you can't exit mid-mission, or like, you know, and like that's frustrating when I'm ready to stop playing and the game is like, no, we got another like 15 to 30 minutes of, you know, you doing a little side quest here. Or it's maybe not even a side quest, but a main mission. It's like, no. But that's my personal preference. And DV, you just finished Dave the Diver. Huh, wow, it's kind of coincidental and I mentioned it. What did you think of it, DV? You also got annoyed at the sushi bar and felt like it turned into a restaurant management game, but it wasn't too laborious after all. I also dislike the sushi shop. Like, I really disliked how the game, like that part of the game was really punishing. Like, I just want to sell the sushi and get the money and then go dive. Like, I don't want to be, it's so frustrating. Dave is so slow on the screen, so you can't move. And you have to like do these little mini games where you're like, oh, pour the drink, but you have to like pour it within a certain, you know, yeah, that was it just felt like, why is this in the game? This is not fun. But I mean, obviously some people thought it was fun, you know, so yeah. Hyrax is a small, stout, thick-set, herbivorous mammal. A hyrax. Oh, it's so cute. Also called dassies. Never heard that. I probably have heard of a hyrax. I've probably seen that word before. Hyrax. Yes, I'm just a cute little baby. I'm just a little ball, a little fur ball. There's a dendrohyrax, a heterohyrax. Oh wait, hyrax. Why was I saying hydrax? I don't know. And Procavia. Oh my god. We needed that. We all collectively needed that moment. I sure did. All right. Thank you. Whoever is the hero that edited the Hyrax Wikipedia page, thank you for your service to humanity. I appreciate it. Wait, what the heck was I doing, by the way? Yeah, the cafe, JS, turned you off in Dave the Diver. Yeah, the sushi shop was like a little bit much. I liked upgrading the meals, but I didn't like serving. It wasn't fun to like run back and forth trying to serve the guests, and like it felt too punishing. Like if the guests didn't get their food in time, they'd leave angrily, and then you're just like, ugh. Like and it sucked if you prepared too much food, because then you waste the food. And so then yeah, it was like, just let me do it like Stardew. Just let me sell everything at the end of the day, and if I want to sell. It was yeah. It's the closest relative to the elephant. Yes, I've heard that now. That rings a bell. This animal. What is it in Suomi? Tamanit. I like how it has a different picture in Finnish. In the Finnish Wikipedia, it's got a cute picture. It's like perfectly camouflaged on this rock. Its little toes. Its little toes are just... It's so sweet. Puutamani. Puutamani. But yeah, JF, Instagram is awful. Yeah. It has the ultimate shape and color of any animal. Potato. Hyrax, hyraxes is the plural. It had a ton of cutscenes at the beginning. Like every new day is a construction site, a ton of new information and obligatory things to do. Yeah, that was the thing. Even if I could click through all those cutscenes, I didn't want to end my play session with a lot of new information that I would have to rewatch or relearn the next time I open the game, like the next day or the next week or whatever, you know? But yeah. After getting the right staff, which can be tiresome, all you need to do is be on call next to the wasabi point. Yes, I did. I remember when I beat the game, I basically just Googled, like, what's the best staff? It wasn't that fun staffing the restaurant. Like, it really felt more like micromanaging than I was comfortable with. But yeah. Wait, what? Possibly Tamani is on Kaimani's menu. What? A Kaimani is another type of animal, maybe? Let's have a look. Kaimani. Kaimani. Oh, the alligator. What's it in English? Is it just alligator? No, caiman. A caiman crocodile. Not to be confused with caiman lizards or blue iguanas, which are sometimes called Grand Cayman iguanas. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Maybe we should practice a little more Finnish. For the past week, I have been a good Finnish boy. All right, I have been practicing my Finnish here and there. Let me show you. I made a new flashcard spreadsheet, by the way. You'll see this is new. I added a bunch of cool stuff. So over here in vocabulary, look at this. You know, so I get the text from the news, and then with a little help from ChatGPT, I pull out the key vocab words, and I get it in this sort of format. So, you know, some of the sentences are obviously repeated if they have like the same word in it or multiple words in it. Yeah. I mean, you can sort of see here, I've got a lot of words. Actually, look how many words and this is in 1 week. And I didn't practice, I think on Friday. I didn't do Fridays, whatever. But yeah, what was I going to say? This has been really helpful, actually. Look, I've gotten a lot of words that, well, yeah, you can't really see anything from here, but let's practice the most difficult. Let's do the 25 most difficult. And let's see if I can get them. Rahoita. I know this. It means to finance, like to invest. And it was in the context of a lot of Finnish retail investors are withdrawing their investments from America because they don't want to finance, you know, whatever's going on over there right now. So yeah, rahoittaa. En halua rahoittaa tuollaista toimintaa. I don't want to finance that kind of activity. Words like ripuli, you noticed. Oh, I know ripuli because that is one of the symptoms. And I learned the word for symptom. It's like ohte or oihe. Oihe? I don't know. Something like that for a symptom. But yeah, ripuli is that that's either, it's not vomiting because there was a disease, or it was like what was the disease called? It was like vasta something. Vasta stomach flu. Stomach flu was, but yeah. Ripuli was like diarrhea or vomiting, or I'm gonna say it was diarrhea, right? Oire is the word. Thank you, Lorelai, for a symptom. Oire. Ripuli oxennus is a thing. Wait, oxennus. That was another word that I saw, and I forgot. Yeah, vatsa is a stomach. Yeah, hopefully I'm not going to trigger you guys. But here we go. Paperi teollisuus. This is the paper industry. Teollisuus. I get that confused with like other words for work and factory. Like tehras, I think was like paperi tehras. It's a paper industry. Boom. Boom. Lähteä päivystykseen. So this gets me, this one is very hard for me to remember because it looks like it's talking about the day. But it has nothing to do with the day. It has to do with the emergency. And in this case, it means to visit the emergency room. Or to, like, yeah, to go to the ER. To go to the emergency room. Se on vähentänyt tarvetta lähteä päivystykseen. It has reduced the need to go to the emergency room. And this was actually a tough one to translate. Not this sentence, but there's a concept in here about like private or like, no, personal care doctor services, something like that. Like having a personal doctor, but not like a private practice doctor, which is kind of, we would typically just call that a family doctor, but it's not like for families. It's actually for old people. And so anyways, it's like preventative medicine. So, yeah. So, okay. Coming back. Oxennus was the vomit thing. So oxennus means vomit. And yeah, tehras is different from teollisuus. Yeah. The paper mill, paperi tehras, is where, yeah. A strict teacher wouldn't accept that answer. Wait, what answer? I said paper industry. Maybe I misspoke or I sounded confused, but I meant to say that they're different. Because I often would get those confused. Liikkua. To spread. To spread. I think in this context it was about a disease. That it was like the norovirus is spreading. Liikkuu. Right? Yeah, norovirus liikkuu nyt Suomessa. Koskea. Oh, this word. It's so common, but I always forget. It might mean something like to affect or to concern. And koskee, yeah. That's it. Yeah, to concern, to affect. Yeah, lakko koskee noin 150. Is that, how do you say 5? Liikkuminen is, as spreading, is somewhat rare. More common meaning is the movement. Okay. Yeah, I did look up and I added a new feature here to my spreadsheet. So I added some new features here that I can choose from. Like if I add words and I just want to practice the words that I put in today, I can use these. So I could look at like today, unpracticed words added today. I can also look at words added today that I got incorrect. And that's really helpful. That's what I've been doing. And then if I get the word wrong, I'll write it down. I've been writing it down. So look, I am following my own advice, all right? Or thereabouts. And then I've got this Wiktionary link, which is really helpful. So it automatically preloads the search or whatever so I don't have to open up Wiktionary and type the word in. I can just click here and I'm like, oh, okay, actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Boom. Muutosneuvottelut. This is change negotiations. So I think this is like people are being fired or something like this, right? And yeah, neuvotella, to negotiate. Change negotiations. Yeah, UPM is starting change negotiations at paper mills. Paperitehtailla. Asutus is, I got this one wrong a lot because it's like, I'm pretty sure it means a residential area. Yes. A minimum distance from residential areas. Asutuksesta. Minimi etäisyys. Minimi etäisyys asutuksesta. Fired, moved to other duties. Työehto neuvottelu. This is like, it doesn't ehto mean like a requirement, but this refers to the collective agreement, right? Like it's a work condition negotiation, but it's like the agreement, or it is the negotiation of the collective agreement. I was close enough. All right, I was close enough. Lähiseutu. I actually don't know this one. Lähiseutu. I feel like lähi, does that mean in between? Or nearby? Nearby, lähellä. Nearby, seutu. Oh, hold on. I know this because I'm trying to remember. What was the news article that had something about the nearby? Wait. Hold on. Why do I want to say something like sidewalk? But it's not sidewalk. It's sort of like on the side of something. Does it mean roadside? Like the roadside residence? I don't know. It's the nearby area. I was close. I just didn't know seutu. Yeah, do not disturb nearby residents. Ei häiritse lähiseudun asukkaita. Yeah. Asuntovelka. This is like mortgage debt, housing debt. Yeah, ihmisillä on asuntovelkaa, lainoja, loans. JS, you still have some asuntovelka left? Or were you correcting the sentence? Kappale. This, in this context, refers to a song or a piece. It had to do with the Barabarabastu news. Kai voitti Ruotsin Eurovisu karsinnat, the qualifiers, kappaleella, with the song Barabarabastu. But this can also mean like a section or like an article or something. It could also be a chapter, maybe. Oh, you still have some left, JS. Okay. Vastu is responsibility. I'm really proud that I've practiced. I've practiced so many. Like, okay, I want to show you guys here in the data column. Like, look how many I've practiced. 441. I've done 441 vocab cards over the past week. Right? From the 11th of March, I started this. So I'm proud. But yeah, what is this? Jäädä työttömäksi. This means to become unemployed. Ihmisiä jää työttömäksi. Like if I just saw this sentence, I would think, okay, it has to do with ice and a girl. That's what I'd be like. What's an ice girl? What the heck? That's how I would see that sentence. Kappale has very many meanings. Jäin työttömäksi melkein 10 vuotta sitten. 10 years ago, you went into unemployment, or almost 10 years ago. Pouta is a I'm like racking my brain for pouta. I have no idea. Dry weather. Pohjoisessa on poutaa, eli ei sada. It will be dry in the north. In other words, it won't rain. Okay. Noudattaa is to follow or comply. And this had to do with like Ukraine suspecting that Russia would comply with the ceasefire. Hey, lähiseutu. We know this word. This means nearby, the nearby area. I was like, I knew it was like nearby residence, but in English, that's the translation into English, that it does not disturb the nearby residence. But in Finnish, it's more like the residents of the nearby area. Maybe. But I got it right. Some seem to think pouta means clear skies, which is wrong. So, okay, so it can be dry, but also like really cloudy. Wait, why do I get this word again? Come on, I want to see that. Okay, sopu. Did I do this word already? Because why do I feel does this mean like nice? Why do I think it means nice? It means an agreement, a settlement. Syntyy sopu. Whatever. Suuttua. I recognize this word, but I don't remember what it means. Suuttua. No idea. To get angry. Yes, this had to do with the small investors. Osa pien sijoittajista on suuttunut trumpin toimintaan. Suuttua, to become angry. Palkkaohjelma. This is a salary program. Telakka is a shipyard. And I know this now because there is a road or a street in Helsinki that's called Telakkakatu. And I didn't know that it translated, that it meant this. Shipyard Street. So now that it's easier to remember that way. Sopu. We just had this. It means agreement. Settlement. Ehdottaa. I think this one means like to report, to notify. Dang it. It means to propose. There's another word that means to notify. That's like, I know what it is. It's ilmoittua or ilmoittaa, whichever one. But I got this one wrong. You haven't followed the news this year, catching up on some. You try to avoid it. Yeah, I certainly try to limit. I just kind of keep up to date with, you know, the basic stuff. And actually, I mean, Yle, I get a lot of news just from trying to translate in Finnish. So that helps. And this gives me a lot of vocabulary and grammar. Asutus. Didn't we just have this one? Doesn't this mean residential area? You go through Yle News with your mother every day, wouldn't read the news otherwise. Well, that sounds very sweet. Or I hope it is. I hope it's a good experience, a bonding experience with your mom. Hopefully you don't fight about the news. But yeah. Taloyhtiö. That means I want. What? I don't know. Does it? Yhtiö. I'm just gonna guess it's a house. Housing shortage. I have no idea. Housing company. Yhtiö. Kiistää. I don't know. To deny. To deny. Kiistää. She only reads the headlines. Asutus. I just did this residential area. How is this one? It should have a 1 in 25 chance to reappear until it falls out of, like, the way I have it set up right now, which is the most difficult. So I have a score. So the more that I get a word wrong, the more negative the score becomes, and that's how these are ranked. So yeah, so it's only the top 25 that it can choose from, because I have over here my RNG. Oh wait, it's telling me I didn't look at the answer. I didn't look at it. I actually didn't, because I don't really know what is this word. Myöntää. I have no idea. To sell. I'm thinking myydä, but it's not that. I know it's not to sell. To admit. That's hard. Miesystävä is translated as boyfriend. Sounds a tad wrong. It means lover? In that case, it kind of applies. if it's the case that you're thinking. It had to do with the murder. I think they were boyfriends. I think. But you guys let me know. Let me know the terminology. Kiista. Okay, I should know this. That means to deny. Boom. Telakka is a shipyard. Taloyhtiö, housing company. Heck yeah. Kunto. Oh, I don't know. Is this like a region? Kunta is like the municipality? Kunto. No, I don't know. Condition. Like in kunnosta. Yeah, paper mill. Paperitehras. Boyfriend refers more to kids in your mind, or younger people, which the murderer wasn't. Male partner. At least, I mean, in my headcanon of the English language, I would say boyfriend can apply to all ages. Though I do understand it's probably more common. You think of that boyfriend, girlfriend when you're like in your teens and 20s. But like even old people have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Unless they're like your partner or your spouse. But partner implies that you're more than just boyfriend, girlfriend. Like that you're living together, that you're basically married without a license, you know, to be a partner like that. I don't know. Koska is to affect. And they were partners in that case. Oh, I should know this. Päivystyskäynti. That means emergency visit. I want to get some new words in here. I feel like we've been repeating a lot of the same words. Suuttua means to get angry, to become angry. Asentaa is to install. I know this one. It's like installing the fire alarm. Taloyhtiö asentaa varoittimet. The housing company installs the alarm, or the smoke detector. Asentaa. Levitä. I don't know what this means. I keep getting this one wrong. I've gotten this one wrong so many times. I think for some reason I want to say it means to bake, but I know it's not to bake. To levitate. To levitä. Is this one to like? It probably means something like to report. Right? It's probably going to be something like that. No, it means to spread. This one is also like that word liikkua, I think. But they maybe have different contexts or different meanings. But it was used in the same context here about the virus spreading. So you could use both verbs in this context. At least according to Selko. You've been discussing this fire alarm installings, but luckily the deadline is sort of far away. Levitä and levittää is to spread. What? The latter is somebody spreading something. Okay, levittää is to spread, like you're spreading butter. But levitä is to spread intransitive, like the disease itself spreads on its own. I actually just got my fire alarm replaced. It was going off randomly. It scared the crap out of me. Like, yeah, it was. Thankfully the housing company here took care of it. The maintenance guy is really nice, and he came over and replaced it. Because I was thinking, oh, do I have to like do something? but they took care of it for me. But yeah, it would go off, like, even if I just opened a door, or like if I just opened like my what is that called? Not my dresser, but like my cabinet, my cupboard, my closet. I have a sort of a built-in closet. I would open up that built-in closet door, like a cabinet door, and just the breath of wind over the fire alarm would set it off, and it was so loud. And the maintenance guy told me though that actually he's been replacing a lot of fire alarms in the building. So I was like, okay, at least it's not, I don't know, I didn't do anything to mess it up. Okay, kappale, a song. This is the work, the collective agreement negotiation, right? Boom shakalaka. Ilmoita. This is the word, and I just like spat on my computer. Let me fix that. This is to notify, to report, right? Yeah, the resident must report. The resident must notify. I think I get it correct in this case. Have I asked ChatGPT to list the top 100 most common words in Finnish and see how many you know? I have actually done a bunch of those, though I've posted some of the funny hallucinations ChatGPT will come up with. Do you guys remember that? I posted, like, because I had asked ChatGPT to come up with like animals, because I wanted to learn more animal like words, and it started making up animals that didn't exist, like especially ocean animals. It just started mixing names together, and it was like it was like honey. It was like a honey octopus or something. It would use two words that were real words, but it didn't exist in any compound. But it was like, oh, why not? Why not make a sea creature that's like a dolphin horse? I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. So sometimes it messes up. But if it honestly, Perks, if it did give me a top 100 word list, it wouldn't be that useful. Like, I would probably know most of them. And I kind of feel like just doing the news is already enough. And I kind of like doing it this way, where I'm not asking ChatGPT to come up with lists of words, because it sometimes does weird stuff. And it's also difficult to get long lists without repetition, because ChatGPT will be like, oh, you only get 30. And then you'll ask it again, and it'll keep making words, but it'll just repeat a lot of the same words. And then it's like, what's the point of this? This is such a waste. And so it's better if I give the text to ChatGPT and ask it to pull out vocab words. And even then, sometimes it still messes up, and I'm just like, whatever. And even if it repeats words, which it does, it makes sense because the word is being repeated in the news from day to day. But anyways, okay, I got this one right. But yeah, wait, how many vocabulary? Like, yeah, look how many vocab words I got. 181. Don't you like that? I have manantai as a vocab word. Reagoida. That is to react. I like this word because it looks like English. All right, we need more words like this. These are beautiful Finnish words. Yeah. You can tweak the question forever, such as top 100 most common nouns in Finnish used in Finnish newspapers. And yeah, it's not a bad idea, Perks. It's just like there are so many ways that I can practice that, yeah. I find actually, uusi kielemme. Then it has really good, like, yeah, this is a really good place for, if I just want to get a list of vocab words, I'll usually come here and just be like, all right, let's look intermediate. What words do we got? At the pharmacy. You know, and this gives me like I could practice this for days. Like, how am I going to, you know, remember some of this? Lääkevalmiste. Lääkelaki. A pharmaceutical law. Like, some of them are easy, obviously, like Kelakortti, like Kelacard. That's easy, but yeah. I think, yeah, the power of AI tends to be better when I'm like, you know, if you ask it to pull out the vocab and then put the vocab in the dictionary form. So it helps me then to see, for example, here, like kappale, which is a song, right? That's the dictionary form. I call it the dictionary form. It's like the nominative, whatever. And then here, it's in the sentence, the example from the actual text is in a different form, whatever this one is called. I can't remember. But yeah, kappaleella, because it's like with the song or through the song. By way of the song. And so it helps to automate that. So then it makes it easier to look up the word when I use Wiktionary. Because if I look up kappaleella, it will, yeah, it'll give me something different. Anyway, I'm going on way too long about this. Yeah, JS, you would just search for the 100 most common Finnish words. Yeah, there are a lot of good word lists out there already. And some people have actually, I've tried working with some of these word lists where it's like, you know, the 5,000 most common Finnish words in the news, or according to like subtitles. There are some of these word lists, but a lot of the word lists have like the words aren't in their dictionary form. And so it'll be like all the different conjugations of the verb olla, you know, and it's like, I don't need 4 different versions, not 4, more than that, right? I don't need all the different, you know, words. It'll be singular and plural. It has 2 different entries, and it'll have people's names in it. And I'm like, I don't care about, I don't know, yeah. So yeah, it's the list wasn't like very well filtered for language learning. It just was like the most common words that appeared in in subtitles. Okay, what am I doing here? Sopu, agreement. Agreement? Yes. You should probably know Manantai. Oh, and Wiktionary has a list of most common Finnish words. Yeah, feel free to share that one. I don't know if that's the one I saw, but yeah. Weekdays and months are essential. Yeah, that's another reason I think, like, here, the person or people behind this website do such a good job of, like, here in the vocabulary for beginners, the months, right? Boom. Boom. I never messed this up, ever. I learned this once, got a perfect score every single time. People are like, oh yeah, what is it? Heinaku? And by the way, I just said that with the most American accent. Heinaku? Oh yeah. Yeah. Kesaku? Tokoku? That's how I never mess up. I put all my effort into the word retention and not into the pronunciation, all right? What the heck was I doing? Sääennuste. That means weather forecast. Boom. No hesitation. None. But yeah. By the way, we are getting close to April. What is it in Finnish? Well, you know, not that we just looked at the list and I didn't pay attention, but if I remember correctly, it is huhtikuu. Boom, baby. Huhtiku. Because it's when the owls come out and they go hoo hoo. That's the sound they make in Finnish. In English, it's hoot. They enunciate at the end. All right, they go hoot hoot. And then they go for their shift at Hooters. All right, we put the owls to work in America. Liikkua is to move, to spread. Noudattaa. Noudattaa. To comply. Epäillä. I should know this. Epä means like Epäillä. Wait, I feel like it's coming to me. Hold on. Epäillä. To doubt. To doubt. Yes. Yes. Ukraina kuitenkin epäilee. Curated words would be better, but most likely harder to find. Yeah. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Wait, me? Is my fire alarm working? I don't know. It hasn't gone off yet. Maybe he replaced it with a faulty fire alarm. Love the face I made. What are you talking about? My face is stone cold Steve Austin. No expressions because I'm Finnish. All right. And I'm perpetuating stereotypes. In Dragon Age Veilguard, there's some owl statues, and if you mimic the sound of the owl at them, something will happen. Chest appears and something like that. That reminds me of, I don't play this game, but I watch people play this game called Rust. And they added wolves into the game. It's like, and the wolves will attack you, and if you bark into your microphone at them, they will run away. And so it's kind of funny that there will be parts of the video where people are like barking at the wolves so that the wolves don't kill them. Anyways, okay, myöntä. I should know this because I said it was to sell, but obviously it's not that. It is to admit. It is to admit, like to plead guilty. Liikkua, to spread, to move. Suututtaa is to anger, right? We had suuttua, which was to get angry. Suututtaa is to anger, like to anger somebody. Yeah. Rust is one of those multiplayer survival games. I watch this YouTuber called Willjum. Every weekend, he publishes the most incredible, like, feature-length films of him playing Rust and the adventures he gets up to, especially when he plays with friends. It's so entertaining just to see what they do, and it seems very intense, and people put like hundreds of hours. I mean, he has thousands of hours in the game. Puts my Stardew expertise to shame. Like I kind of tap out at like, okay, I've put 1,200 hours into one game. Like, I think I'm an expert. He has put 12,000 hours. It's like, imagine me playing all the Stardew I've ever played in my life. Well, I say my life, but like since 2020 when I started playing. And multiply that by 10. Multiply that by 10. Holy crap. Yeah, no. Huolehtia is to care for, to take care of, to ensure. That was close enough. Hey, 27, how's it going? Sututtaa is to smudge. To anger. What was to anger? I don't even know. Was it? Probably have it in here at the bottom. Yeah. Suututtaa, to anger. And then there was another one here. Suuttua, to get angry. Suututtaa. And then there was sututtaa, to smudge. But look, those words are way too close together. All right. Yeah. Kysunta. Why do I think this means to question? Oh, this was confusing. I'm like spitting on I'm spitting all over my computer. Hold on, maybe it's my mouth needs to hydrate. But TB, or sorry, no, JS, you're saying that sututta is sort of made up by verbing nouns, which is a valid construct, sort of. Yeah, like to Google in English. Kysunta. This is a noun, I think. And I remember in the example, it wasn't exactly this word. I feel like the AI kind of messed this up. I think, does it have something to do with a survey or a questioning of some kind? I don't know. Oh, it's the demand. And no, the example was totally normal. It was a different case that I was confused with. And it is kind of the question, like the demand. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to remember kysunta because it looks too much like to ask. But yeah, paparin kysunta vahene. The demand for paper is decreasing. Got it wrong. Hey, Helion, how are you? Welcome in. Just finished your class for the day. Anything essential you missed? I mean, only the most riveting live streaming content available anywhere in the world right now, baby. I'm showing off my new spreadsheet. That's about it. I'm practicing a lot of words that I had in Selko over the past week. I've been more diligent about trying to practice words, so I've been putting a lot more time, and I feel like it's showing. Maybe, but yeah. Is kysely the word you were looking for? Probably. Does that mean a survey? But anyways, epäillä is to doubt. Sopu is agreement. Kiistää. Oh, we had this one earlier and I already forgot it. It means to deny. Boom, baby. Slam dunk. Oh, what the heck? This is a weird word. Siirtyä. I don't know this word. I really don't. I'm just going to say it means something like to follow. To follow. No. To transfer. This rings a bell now. The smoke detectors will become the responsibility. They will transfer to the responsibility, right? The palovaroitimet siirtyvät. They will transfer into the responsibility of the taloyhtiöiden, the housing companies, ensi vuonna, next year. I almost gave myself credit, like, oh yeah, I translated that sentence so well. But I had gotten it wrong initially. Shipyard. Telakka-katu. Määrätä. Oh, I don't know what this means. Oh wait, I think it means to dictate. Because it was like Putin haluaa määrätä Ukrainaa. Something like that. Or Ukrainaan, I don't know. Ukraina with the partitive. Putin wants to dictate Ukraine. Yeah, okay. Kysely is a questionnaire / survey. See, I knew that word as well. I knew it with a 95% confidence interval. All right. There's always a shred. There's always doubt in my mind. Okay. Nourata. What the crap? Does this mean to know? I was going to say negotiate, but obviously not. That's neuvotella. Nourata is this to comply? To follow? Yeah, to comply with. Why did was there another word that I saw for complying? That was a different word? Why did I think it was going to be a different word? I don't know. Miesystävä, boyfriend or male partner. Miesystävä. Because yeah, it would normally be poikaystävä, right? If it was just like a young boyfriend. Kysyntä. We just had this word. It does not mean a survey. It's demand. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Asutus. A residential area. Okay, you know what? Actually, this is good. I was about to switch because I feel like we're repeating so many of the same words. Oikeudenkäynti. Oikeudenkäynti. This is a trial. A legal trial. A court case. Okay, we're going to switch it up now. We are just going to review everything. Or the least practiced. How about that? Let's review 25 least practiced. So words that, yeah, we haven't... I mean, some of these are going to be so easy. I'm like, hey, sanoa, to say. Valtio, state or government. Or country, I guess. Maybe hallitus is government, but yeah, the country. I get credit for it. I was good. Huolehtia, that's to care for, to take care of. Why does it sometimes show another word briefly before settling on a word? Very good question, JS. I have tried to fix this, and the reason it does this is just the way that I have the script and the filters set up, and there's no way to change. So for example, every time I press one of the buttons, this number changes, and there's a script that puts a new random number here between 0 and 1. And that number then goes to whatever. I create different sort ID numbers for each list. And so you can see, for example, here, like out of 25, 0.839 is number 21, right? And it would round up to number 9 because it doesn't round down to 0. I don't have any words with an ID of 0. But anyways, the point is that I have all of these filters set up that update after. So this number gets updated when the script runs, and then the sheet updates the filters. And I don't want to put all the filters and everything in and try to put that all into an app script, because I also like to actually see. Sometimes I like to click into here. You can't see anything because these are conditional filters. So like it shows nothing if I don't have, wait, that's the wrong. This. Yeah. So if I don't have the feature selected, if I don't have review practice today set to true, and review practice today would be this one over here. Well, that's a bad example because I didn't add any today, right? Oh wait, review. Oh no, that is a good one actually. Yeah. So I practiced 66. So over here, now it's filtered. It filters all the words that have been practiced today. Whatever. Meaning like their most recent date of practice was updated, because over here in my data tab, this is where when I run the app script, it adds a new line at the bottom, right? So it's like boom, boom. It puts the word, the ID number, the word, the translation, the date that we practiced, and whether I got it correct or incorrect, true or false. And then I have honestly, I don't think this sheet is even necessary anymore. I think it's a relic of a bygone era. But yeah, the idea is that I'm keeping track of how many correct and incorrect. And I assign points, 10 points for being correct, minus 30 points for being incorrect. But so yeah, the short answer is just that this is the way the sheet works. And I tried to find a solution, but it's like, yeah, the app script has to run first before the spreadsheet updates. And so it means that this is going to change before the filter changes. And so it flickers a word that shouldn't be there. But yes, a known problem, exactly. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. What? Yeah, Tyler has trouble distinguishing boyfriend from a brother if he remembers what? Wait, is this in relation to your brother, 27? I don't remember. I feel like I probably... Oh, wait, did I say something? I said something really embarrassing. Like, I said the wrong word. Well, if I remember correctly, I was saying something. I was almost about to say it wrong, and I didn't. And then I ended up just telling you anyway that I was about to say it wrong. And now you hold it against me when I... Look. Yeah, I once accidentally called him your boyfriend instead of your brother. I don't know what Freudian slip that was, okay? But I don't know if that's a Freudian slip that I should be embarrassed about or that you should be embarrassed about, or that we all should be embarrassed. No. What is this word, kista? It means to either deny or admit. I think it means deny. It's the mu'antas to admit. Sutua is... Wait, I already practiced these today. So I'm going to change it. I want to change it up. The least practiced. Yeah. Vastulla, to be the responsibility of. Sata is to rain, to precipitate. It could also mean to snow. Satalunta. Aika means time. Yeah, some of these words are like so easy, you know, because they're ChatGPT just pulled them from the news. This means plus degrees above freezing. Hyväksyntä is to accept. To accept. Or I was kind of wrong. Hyväksyä is to accept. Hyväksyntä is acceptance. Oh, this is the one that messed me up because it's not correct here. And I was too lazy to change this. I was like, you know what, whatever. Maybe I should know this as the noun, right? Because if I go to Wiktionary, I think it is a word, right? Yeah, approval. So I kept it because even though ChatGPT kind of messed up, it still gave me a valid word. And it's, you know, just another form of this. So I'm going to say I got it wrong because I should know the difference between... Because here it is, Ukraine has accepted the ceasefire. JS, yup, wrong. Yup, wrong. I just love the support that I get here on my channel. Yup, wrong. Lita. What the crap does that mean? Lita. Does that mean to spread? No. That means, why do I feel like lito is a union? And lita would be like to unite or to agree. To annex. That had nothing to do with that. I guess you actually, to annex could mean to unite, right? Hold on, let me look this up. Like to attach. Lita. Is the word for union related to this word? Lito, right here. Union. That's why I got confused. Though I guess, I mean, annex maybe is not the right. In this context, I would not say that it is a unification in the context of Ukraine. But I'll say I got it wrong. I was kind of close, but I should know better. Do you expect pandering? Hey. Look, I want to be treated like royalty from time to time. Okay, just every Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. You thought I was going to think about lita. Well, I don't even know what that means. The only difference is a T versus two T's. I have no... Yeah, words without context are sometimes odd. True, true. Like this word, tappa, to shoot, or to murder, to kill. I think it's to kill. Yeah, there we go. There's another word for shoot that I don't, yeah. Su, the reason. Aiheuttaa is to cause. Yeah, weather forecast. Ampua is to shoot. Thank you, Lorelei. Yeah, that word is in my list in this spreadsheet as well. Lita is to glide. Oh yeah, I would not have gotten that 27. And tappaminen doesn't need a context. Killing. Liito oravan papanat estävät monia rakennuskohteita. Something about the flying squirrel. Yeah, keskiossa. Oh, this means like the central region, right? The central part. Central Finland. Keskiossa. Maan keskiossa. Myydä, to sell. Yeah, there we go. Myy. Ampuminen, shooting. Keskiosassa, not keskiossa. Oh, okay, I read the sentence wrong. Maan keskiosassa. But this is right. Keskiosa. Just my pronunciation. Okay, thank you. I was just checking to see. I was like, wait, did I? Maybe I didn't know if there was a typo. Yeah, the cogs are turning for me, all right? Aihe is a topic. Suunnitella is to plan, to organize. Pakkanen. Is this frost or freezing temperatures? Yeah. It's both. I said both. I said everything perfectly. Tuuli, wind. Laskea. Oh, this one. To decrease. To go down. Yes! I don't know how I said it perfectly. I said exactly both were, whatever options in English. But yeah, this can also mean to count, I think. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't mean to count. No, it does mean to count. Here. What does keskiössä mean? Hyväksyä. This is the word to accept. Testata. I like this word, to test. This is what learning French is like. You just had the word looks, it usually looks like the English word. Just imagine if every word in Finnish was like this. Man, I would be speaking Finnish so fast. Kunnostaa. This is like to care for, right? Or like to maintain? To repair, to maintain. I got it. I get it. I get it good. So many words in English are from French. No wonder. Hey, let me complain about just historical facts. All right. I'm not a fan of how things played out. I'm not a fan that my brain doesn't come preloaded with Finnish vocabulary. Tarpeeksi, enough. You know, it might be harder for you, but have you been practicing translating from English to Finnish much, like full sentences worth at a time? Only a little bit. I will, like, for example, I'll like do some of these, you know, like, although this is kind of cheating a little bit because typically you can kind of just repeat the Finnish in the response. But I do sometimes like force myself to think in Finnish and try and say things, but I'm not very structured about doing that yet. Yeah. It would definitely help. Yeah. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna set a timer, but we're only gonna do 10 minutes. Are you ready? Let me pull up Googly. Let me have a sip of water. And let's alkaa. Alkataan. Alataan. I don't know. Alkoitaan. Aloitetaan is the word. That's the word I was looking for. And it does help with the vocab. Okay. 10 minuuttia. Kiitos. Ja puhun suomea. Ja täytyy. Minun. Ja? Oh my god, it's Swedish. Minun täytyy puhua suomea. Minun täytyy puhua suomea. Vain suomea. Aletaan myös. Kiitos. Tyller puhuu taas suomea. Joo. Olen väsynyt. Olen väsynyt. Ja iloinen. Joo. Tykään. Oh. Tykkään. Minä tykkään. Videopeliin. Peliä. Video peleistä. Tykkään peleistä. Kiitos. Kiitos Google. Tykkään pelata video peleitä. Videopelejä. Parte TV monikko. Ajatellaan. Luulen. Suomea väsyneenä estiä. Joo. 6 minuuttia. Vielä yhtä. Minulla on 6 minuuttia jäljellä. En voi ajatella. En voi ajatella jotain sanoa. En osaa ajatella mitään sanottavaa. Jotain sanoa. Englanniksi. Mitään sanottavaa. Rakastan Suomea. Olen kiitostaminen. Olen kiitoislainen. Kiitollinen. Että saan asua Suomessa. Olen kiitollinen, että saan asua Suomessa. Oikein. Olin oikein. Olin oikea? Oikein. Kiitollinen. Kiitoitaminen. Tailerianiksi. Tailerianeksi. En tiedä. Viesti. Vitsi. En tiedä vitsiä. Suomeksi. En muista. 27 osaa. Muistaa. Rakastan metsää. Oh. Minun minun suosittu minun suosittu puu on koivu vai tai haapa. Lempipuuni. Minun suosittu. Lempipuuni. Minun suosikkipuuni. On koivu tai haapa. Oh. Rakastan ruuskaa. Muutos. Muuttumista. Väri. Värejä. Väreiden muuttumista. Värien vahtaimista. Oh, 10 minutes. We did it. And I spoke Finnish. And I just said all the nice things I could say. Oikeassa. What casually throws 27 under the joke-telling bus? I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm upholding him to the altar of jokes because he's been like the greatest contributor of puns in both English and Finnish. I was looking for some help. I couldn't think of any Finnish jokes. Yeah, Lorelai, when I said minun suosittu, I knew I was just saying my popular, but I couldn't think of how to say like my favorite. And I knew that there was a way to say it, and when I saw this lempi, then I was like, oh, that does ring a bell now. But yeah, suosikki is maybe the other one. That I don't recognize that one, but that's another good one. If you own a yard, one definitely doesn't like haapa. Oh, is it because... Oh, the fluff it gives. What do you mean fluff? Like... the pollen? The fluff? I don't know. I thought birch is the one that has lots of pollen. Yeah, I don't... But I don't own a yard, JS. Ruska with 2 A's. Keväällä antiruska. What? Some being in the spring, it's anti-ruska. Harmaasta vihreäksi. Something, is that about the gray? Green? In gray green or something, JS? Wait, what? Varayen. Varaden is vibrations. The changing of the vibrations. All right. I live on good vibrations. Yeah. Thanks, Helion. Yeah. Suosiki, at least, used to be a popular youth magazine back in the day, dealing with everything that was popular with the youth. That could be your memory aid for the word. Suosiki. Suosiki. Suosiki jätti lakana julisteet. Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell where one word ended, and I understood after suosiki. Then I was like totally lost. Is it jättila? Jättila. No, that can't be one word. Jätti lakana julisteet. Is that it? I don't know what those words mean, because I see kana and I want to see chicken, but no. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up the stream here pretty soon. You know, we've made it about 2 hours, and I've enjoyed streaming with you, sharing the Finnish journey. I feel like I made some more progress this week with Finnish. Like I practiced a bit more intentionally. I wrote down, Lorelei, you'd be so proud of me. I was handwriting so many words, like pages. Like, yeah, so it's a good practice. The poster is huge. For what? For Suosiki? You need one dance vid for every wrong answer? Oh my God. Then we'll be here till the end of time. Yeah, there aren't enough days in a lifetime. Jätti lakana juliste was some sort of slogan they had for large posters. A2 size or something. Oh. But yeah. And hey, Poyu. Yeah. I saw you earlier. You weren't active in chat. You're not 100%, but enjoyed the learning. So yeah, and thanks for the stream. Well, thank you for joining and lurking. Shout out to all my lurkers. If you're a lurker, you've never posted in chat, but you just keep showing up to my stream, thank you. I don't know who you are. You're like Batman, just doing the good deeds. Unless you're the Dark Knight or something, and I don't know, in which case maybe maybe you're a little more complex inside. Maybe you're not watching me out of good intentions. I don't know where this metaphor is going. I just want to say thanks. And yeah, it's fun learning sometimes. It's definitely more fun when we practice together. So yeah, thanks. I will be back on Thursday for a Terraria live stream, and we're having a lot of fun. I'm doing my Hobbit playthrough of Terraria, and we're getting close to hard mode. So I don't know if we'll get there next Thursday, but we'll see. And if you don't want to join the gaming streams, no worries. We do the Finnish language live stream every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Be there or be square. All right. Olla tässä tai olla squareassa. Is that a saying in Finnish? Ole siellä tai ole neljä. All right, you're gonna be neljä. You're gonna be neljämäinen. That would be my name in the Kalevala. If I was a character in Kalevala with like Väinämöinen and Jokkahainen, I would be Tulleri Neliömäinen, Tyler the Square. Olla Kuutio. Yeah. Kuutio is a cube. Ah, okay. Be there or be a square. Be a cube. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your Tuesday, good rest of your week. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.